You ever drive past a house that's under construction, and even though it's not quite finished, you already know that it's going to be something beautiful. Foundation's there, the frame's up, the roof's on, and you can see where the kitchen's gonna be and where the living room's gonna go and how the master bedroom is just massive. It's not a mystery anymore. It just needs to finish. That's where Georgia Tech is at right now. For the past 2 seasons, they've been rebuilding, pouring concrete, raising walls, fixing the plumbing. But heading into this year, the framing is done. Now they just have to decide what kind of house they're really building. This is the year that they stop being on the way and start being in the actual conversation, because Georgia Tech isn't rebuilding anymore. They're ready to move in. And this season is going to tell us whether they've built something that can actually last. Now, the Yellow Jackets have the most important thing in college football: a veteran quarterback with weapons and a scheme that fits all of them. Haynes King is the guy that makes everything goes around. He's not learning on the fly anymore. He's leading this group. And this offense knows what it is. It knows how to attack you, how to play to its strengths. Last year, Georgia Tech was 6th in the ACC in total offense. They were 2nd in rushing. And this isn't some run and shoot finesse setup. This offense is physical, balanced. It moves with purpose. They bring back Jamal Haynes at running back. He finishes runs, gives you chunk plays when the blocking's clean. Malik Rutherford, he can fly in space. They bring in a new guy in Eric Rivers from FIU that has explosive vertical speed. And I think that gives them another layer of danger over the top. This unit isn't theoretical, like a what if they pop off. It's proven, and it's only getting better with more continuity. Georgia Tech's offense used to be about survival. Now it's more about control. They've got tempo when they want it. They've got downhill run game when they need it. They use motion and shifts to create all sorts of leverage. They're forcing defenses to play honest. This isn't really a guessing game anymore. We know what to expect from them. And Buster Faulkner, when he's calling plays, he calls them with confidence because he doesn't have to search for those answers. He's working with solutions. That, mixed with a plethora of coaches on the offensive side all returning, really helped. They bring back Chris Wanke at quarterback coach, Norval McKenzie, the running back coach, Coach Jeep Wade at the O-line, Trent McKnight, wide receivers coach. When your quarterback and your play caller and everybody is all aligned, the whole team moves just a little bit differently. This group's one of the best in the ACC, and that's not just a projection, that's reality. Let's talk about the other side of the ball now, because that's where the biggest change is happening. Blake Gideon is now the defensive coordinator coming over from Texas, and that changes the tone of what we can expect from Georgia Tech on defense. Not going to be passive and reactive anymore. I think they're going to be more aggressive. Everybody says that they want to have a more aggressive attacking style defense, but Gideon brings a fresh voice. He brings urgency, energy, some youth. He's walking into a unit that has legit experience on the back end and a field general in the middle. Kyle Efford is the heartbeat at linebacker. I like EJ Lightsey behind him. Clayton Powell-Lee at safety. Gives you brains in range. And that's exactly what you want when you're trying to disguise different coverages and bring pressure from multiple different levels, multiple different angles. The biggest questions up front, they've got to find guys who can generate pressure without relying on all these blitz packages every third down. They return Jordan Vandenberg and they add Ole Miss transfer Akello Stone. But the shift under Gideon isn't just schematic, it's going to be cultural. I think they'll play faster, take more risks. And when they force those mistakes and give the ball back to that offense, that's where you can beat some of these bigger teams on your schedule. But if you want to make a statement overall, you want to change how people talk about your program, you gotta look at the schedule. And this one is very nice this year. Week 1, they go to Colorado. Everyone's going to be watching. Georgia Tech's better. That game could be a launching pad if you handle business. Week 3, you got Clemson at home, and that's the measuring stick. That's the moment that flips a season from solid to special. You pull off an upset there, everything else opens up. You got Temple, Wake, Syracuse, Duke, NC State, BC, Pitt. You miss some of the big dogs in SMU, Miami, Louisville. You got Georgia to finish the year. Realistically looking at it, this is a very navigable schedule. It's not just a winnable one. It's one where you can really plant your flag. And if they're serious, this is the year they can win 9 games. Let's say you get upset in one spot. You steal one of those Georgia or Clemson games. Maybe you're looking at a 10-win season. Georgia Tech finally has all 3 things that programs crave when they want to take that next step and really be on the national scene: culture, continuity, and belief. They know who they are. They know who's leading them. They've got guys in the locker room who expect to win, and they're not hunting upsets anymore. They're chasing consistency. And that's the difference between a spoiler and a contender. I think if they're trying to go from that spoiler to the contender to the ACC title appearance, you got the pieces in place. Now it's about execution, clean football, discipline, believing you can belong with everyone you play. If they stay healthy, that's the identity shift that this program has needed for a long time. So they're not rebuilding anymore. They've built the house. They've set the tone. They've got the quarterback, the weapons, the system, the defensive voice, and honestly a very nice schedule. So the foundation's solid. Frames up. But now it's time to move in. 2025 isn't about progress anymore. It's about proof. Georgia Tech is ready to show what they've built by going to the ACC title game and knocking on the door of the college football playoff.